So it is the weekend. It's Friday evening. We just finished grocery shopping. We're both so tired, but really excited for the weekend. Hopefully we can have a good mix of chill and exciting. We have some housework to catch up on. So housework and yard work to catch up on. Ale has to cut the yard because it's quite overgrown now. And then we also wanted to go to the beach tomorrow. We wanted to do some snorkeling, maybe go on a short hike. Scary Movie 6 is out. And we have been thinking about going to watch that as well. Hi, good morning. We've been up for a little bit. I watered the plants and then we tidied up the house a bit because last night we're really tired and just kind of crashed out. Did you crash out on the couch? Yeah, we crashed out on the couch. I know for sure I did. So we're heading to the beach. We're going to snorkel. Will we go for a hike? I don't know, but we should definitely be snorkeling. I'm just packing up some things to take with us. I have some coconut water here, some frozen coconut water, frozen Gatorade, Viva, and then I have a little bit of dark chocolate that I'm taking with us as well. And then I'm going to cut up an apple so we can munch on that as well. We finally made it to the beach. This is one of our favorite beaches. I'll show you in a little bit, but there is, so this is Galleon. There's the wider stretch of beach that way. And then we climbed over and there's a smaller, more private beach here. We tend to come here because there usually aren't as many persons here, especially when it's the off season, and then it's really easy to walk out and then swim out to the reefs and the like there are two shipwrecks here as well. So we're just going to chill on the beach a little bit. I have my apples. I'm going to eat the apples, maybe drink some Viva. The coconut water is still frozen. And then I'm going to have some of Ali's Bigfoot. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's some people right there because they're doing a tour of the reefs. The reefs? The wrecks. The wrecks. The wrecks and seagrass beds. There are no reefs there. No. The wrecks and the seagrass beds. So we've been chilling for a little bit. We're going to head into the water now with the group that was right here close to shore. It looks like they're going around by the Pillars of Hercules. So we're going to head in now. We probably won't get that far today just because I am a little bit tired. And it's almost midday, so the sun is pretty hot. We have our waterproof camera, so we'll definitely try to get some shots out there. The water is a little bit choppy today, so that may affect visibility, but we should still enjoy it. There are two shipwrecks closer to shore. So I have my rash guard and my shorts, so I'm going to put that on, put on some sunscreen, grab our gear, and then we're going to head out. we just came back. It was really good. Every time I use my mask, I end up with this horrible indentation and my forehead hurts for like a whole day afterwards. You think it's the shape of my forehead? Yep. Yeah, because it doesn't happen with you, right? I don't know what it is, but it's really nice. The wrecks, I think I called them shipwrecks before, and that's generous. They're just like vessels that sunk. One vessel that broke in half. Got you. But it was really nice. I always feel so at peace when I'm out there. It's really nice. We're headed home now. I think we spent maybe an hour or so in the water, and we're gonna head home. On our way home, we're going to pick up, so this path can take you to like Mermaid Gardens and some of the hiking trails. Anyway, we are headed home now, and we're going to pick up some food from Sweeties. We ordered some burgers so that we don't have to worry about cooking once we get in. Okay, so I just washed my hair and now I am oiling it. This is our DIY oil mix. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly what is in here, but I think it's probably avocado oil, olive oil, because those are the two main ones that I have. What else did you throw in there? Peppermint, eucalyptus, like rosemary or something like that, because we have a collection of oils. So each time we run out, and we're kind of running low now, so we may need to make another batch. We tend to just throw different essential oils, but the base is usually avocado oil and olive oil, sometimes a little castor oil. Having microlocks is probably one of the best decisions that I've made for my hair. I think the best decision was going natural. The second best decision was getting locks, and I had thicker traditional locks for about 4 years before I decided to go to micro locks. And I went to micro locks because I found with traditional locks they definitely were low maintenance, but because of the look that I wanted, I will still have to do a braid out or a twist out just to ensure that the roots, because I have hair that grows away from the lock, so I would have like a mini afro and then the lock growing out. So to ensure that I had the look that I like, I would have to end up doing some sort of manipulation or styling every wash day. With the micro locks, I can literally just wash my hair, oil it. I tend to use this as well. I think these are probably the only two products, if you want to call the oil a product, that we use in our hair. So both me and Ale, these are the only two things that we use in our hair, and shampoo. And usually I just buy whatever shampoo is cheapest. But I think it works really well. It's been working really well for our hair. What's that? Oh yes, Ale wants me to make sure I mention clear, cheap shampoo. And then I tend to use a random t-shirt rather than a towel, because one of the things that I didn't like in my first set of locks is all of the buildup that I had. And so far with this set, I've had it for almost 2 years. I've not had any sort of major buildup, and I only have to interlock. And by I mean Ale, because Ale does the interlocking for me. I only interlock maybe every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how our time and schedule is looking. Happy Sunday! It's a start to a new week, so we're doing a bit of Sunday reset. I am cleaning. I'm taking charge of cleaning today. Alea is making some coconut bake. He just finished seasoning some chicken that we'll have later today. He's going to make some coconut bake and then maybe cut the yard, hopefully. Because as I said before, the yard is pretty overgrown, so he's gonna cut the yard. I'm going to tackle cleaning, tidying everywhere, sweeping and mopping, just doing a general reset, really, cleaning the bathroom, tidying the bedrooms. And then also I wanted to take all of my inside plants outside so I could hose them down, because they're getting a little bit dusty and it's tedious to wipe every single leaf, although I do that from time to time. Instead of watering my plants outside, I decided to just fertilize them inside for today. And I'll probably go through and just take off any of these leaves or pieces that are looking like this, that are looking dead and dying. I'll take those off. I already have my fertilizer mix done up. So I have it right here. And I've heavily diluted the all-purpose fertilizer that I use for my plants outside. And I have my yogurt container. We go through a ton of yogurt, so I like to reuse the containers rather than throw them away. This container is dedicated to watering. So I have a couple of watering cans, but I just enjoy using the yogurt container. It really works well for me. I have quite a few houseplants. I think maybe close to 20. And then I have some cuttings that I'm propagating as well. I also have I'll show it to you in a little bit. It's just some random, I don't think it's a croton, but it looks similar to a croton that I cut from my mom's yard. And I've had that for almost a year. I think September, October will make a year, and I've been growing it in water. I was able to do it and not have to cut plants every single week. So this is it here. The only thing that I have to do is every few weeks I have to take it out and clean it. But it's developed really beautiful roots. I'll see if I can show that to you. So it's developed really beautiful roots, and it's done a fantastic job living in the water. I'm not sure how long I can keep it alive for. But as I said, it's been almost a year. What I do is a diluted fertilizer. I'll dilute it even further and use that in here as well. Usually I use plain water, but every few months I will give it some fertilizer just to ensure that it's staying nice and green and lush and it's receiving the nutrients that it needs. Quick Sunday dinner is all done. To make it super quick, what I do is I just throw everything into the oven. So the veggies went into the oven, plantain went into the oven, the chicken with jerk seasoning and barbecue sauce went into the oven, the beets as well. I put them into the oven, then just cut and slice them, and then the corn and the rice as well.